everybody. I'm Lisa, and this is...
Line? Hi, I'm Sam.
And today we are bringing you Agree
Disagree.
or Agree to Disagree.
Okay. This is a program where we pick out various subjects and we discuss them. You can you can agree or disagree. We can agree or disagree, or agree to disagree. We tend more to agree to disagree because there's no reason to lose friendships over things that you have no control over in the first place.
And it's not like you're going to change their mind anyway.
That's right. Yeah.
And think about it. Normally when you say, we will agree to disagree, you're basically saying, shut the fuck up and move on. So...
You could say that, I suppose, but this is a kid-friendly channel. I mean...
No. Our shows have never been kid-friendly. Whenever I'm putting them up on YouTube, this is not made for children. Our topics are not kid-friendly. I mean, well, nowadays, I guess you think about how kids are, maybe, but no. It's not kid-friendly.
That's true.
Teenage-friendly, maybe, but not kid-friendly.
Anyway, today's topic...
Before we get to that topic, guess what season it is, everybody? I'll bet you can tell by that yellow color and that delicious aroma.
I can't stand it when people push Christmas too early.
Hang on a minute, I'm about to choke on my eggnog. What? How long have you been listening to Christmas music?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's lying. He's
You
lying.
must be thinking of somebody else.
I think it was in September when he started listening to Christmas music. I walked into the kitchen and I was like, is that Christmas music? What channel is that? YouTube? I just want to listen to some Christmas music. I thought, okay, he'll get out of that. Nope, he's still listening to Christmas music. I like it around Thanksgiving. Started around Thanksgiving to Christmas. Yes, love it. Perfect. Thank you. Even New Year's, but September?
Stores already have their Christmas displays up.
Yes, they have.
Along with their Halloween displays and their Thanksgiving displays, they just figured, well, we'll just put them all out there now.
They did. We
Wow.
went to Sam's Club and it was Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. Wow.
You gotta be kidding me.
Wow. But I'm not bitching about the eggnog because, yeah. Okay, now as you were.
I am, as I always am. Today's subject is aliens/UFOs. In essence, our opinions of them. And of course, Lisa, being the most wonderful, fabulous, fantabulous Lisa, she'll go first.
Okay, so aliens. Now, back in, I don't know how long ago it went. When was War of the Worlds? Very first one?
War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a radio show that Orson Welles did in 1930.
So 1931 is when they first...
That's when Orson Welles broadcast War of the Worlds.
Right.
It's a radio play written by H.G. Wells.
And it became a public thing.
That's because they did, but people tuned in late. At the beginning, they said, this is simply a radio broadcast. It's a radio play. There's no need to panic. This isn't really happening. But a lot of people missed that because they tuned in a little late or they weren't paying any attention.
And they thought it was an alien invasion.
And they did such a good job with it that, yeah. I mean, and people were scared out of their wits. I mean, they thought the world was going to end. They really did.
Yeah. I can imagine. I think I'd freak out a little too. Like, wait, what? What?
Mm,
But wasn't that basically the first time that it actually came out in public where everybody was talking about aliens?
it was the first
aliens.
time that it hit such a wide audience like that, yes.
Right, and it spread.
The
It
book
spread,
itself, was in publication,
yeah.
but it tended to be only read by science fiction enthusiasts who knew it was a science fiction book. And so it wasn't anything, but it came over the radio. And back then, like now, with all the information on the internet and the TV, your radio was your source of news. And they really made it sound, they cut into the program and that was going on and everything. So people thought that this was really happening.
Yeah. Well, since then, and maybe even then, government has always been big on saying no such thing. 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 Just recently, they actually came out. Keep in mind, I was always the one going, no, 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 no. There are aliens. Think about it. We are not the only things alive on a planet. This universe is huge. There are other universes out there. Huge. Did I mention that? Huge. So it's like, we're not the only ones. There's no way possible. We're not the only ones. And now they have recently come out and stated that it is a fact that we are not alone. But all of us have been saying it. The movies have been coming out saying it, but they've been labeled fictions. So nobody really took notice of the government saying, guess what, people? We're not the only ones out there. There are aliens. There are UFOs. So it's like, yeah. And you know how come I know there are aliens? Tell me something. All you ladies out there, you men too, how many of you have 3 Adam's apples? I have 3. I have 1. Where is it? You go 1, 2, 3. 3 Adam's apples. He felt it. 3 Adam's apples. How many? That's why I say I have alien DNA. And plus, I'm perfect in every way. So I'm either Mary Poppins or I have alien DNA.
Gosh, you sure the hell ain't Mary Poppins. So you must be alien.
Must be.
I haven't seen you jump off a tall roof with an umbrella.
Well, I'm not. Oh, yeah. I was about to say I'm not a stupid alien, but yeah, okay. I'm not Mary Poppins.
Mary
No.
Poppins.
And I don't fly in on the storm.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Nope, not going to say that part. Never mind.
Mm-mm.
You know what I was going to say, don't you?
Yes.
Nah, we don't need the government knowing that part. Anywho, so yes, I believe there are aliens. And like I said, with the government coming out. Now, do I think they have them in Area 51 holed up somewhere? The jury's out on that one. I'm kind of on the fence post. I don't know. I think it's more of a understanding between them and us. That's how come there can be abductions and people just go missing. Nobody really does anything about it.
I personally think that the only thing in Area 51 are vampires.
Especially now. No, because remember they had the silver. They had the silver all around.
To keep them there. They can't leave.
Well, to keep them out. Luckily, Jonas had the training from Diva, so...
The people will not have any idea what we're talking about.
5 of you will. 6.
So, yeah, some of you will understand.
Maybe.
Anyway, as you were, continue.
That's it. I agree. There are aliens. There is other lifestyle out there. I mean, life forces, life beings, whatever you want to call them. They're out there. We don't know how many.
They probably identify as vampires. I guess it's my turn. Let's start with UFOs. Unidentified flying objects. Things that fly and can't be identified. That fly in unusual patterns and at unusual rates of speed. Can't be identified. Do those exist? There's some film out there that certainly shows that something is flying around in unusual patterns and coming to a complete stop in the middle of the air. We don't have anything that can do that yet.
Right? Did you not see the video where the airplanes were stopped?
Those are Harrier jets.
Oh. So
They
they're supposed
stop,
to do that?
but they go like this. These things just come to a grinding halt.
This was a plane, an actual plane.
Yes, they're Harrier jets.
Where people are on it?
Harrier jets can go up. Yeah, people are on them.
Okay.
People fly them, and they actually have room for people.
And they can stop on a dime?
They can stop on it. They can't stop on a dime. They can go up. They can go forward. They can go backward. But once they get up in the air, okay, once the downdraft has nothing to press against, they can't stay there. They'll fall until the jets. They can take off, but they can't just go up like that. Okay, there's not enough force. They can go to a certain level. Okay, then the jets turn, and then they can take off or go backwards.
Okay, but then when they're going like this, can they stop and stay hovered?
No, they're too high. They're too high. It depends on how high in the air they are, and what's underneath them. If there's ground underneath them, and they're only a few hundred feet, then yeah, they can. They can, because they have the downdraft, but they have to turn their engines down to shoot the jet streams down. Then they can stay there. But they don't sit there like this. They hover. Okay. So are there things out there that... I would say yes. Do we have any? Interesting thought. We might. We possibly are working on reverse engineering a lot of technology. However,
That's moving.
if you extrapolate, could there be non-Earthlings on this ship? Okay? The closest planet that could possibly have life to Earth is, I believe, within the Alpha Centauri section of Alpha Centauri in that part of the galaxy. So you're talking 40, 50 million light years. They have to have developed faster than light travel, or at very least light speed travel.
Which they have.
Okay. There's no proof that they have.
You haven't seen them.
We can't go.
You haven't seen the videos where with the YouTube and all that, when they're showing the look at this is a flying object. I think it's a
Just
space,
because
and they
it's-
just sit there and then suddenly whoosh, they're
Yes,
on.
but that doesn't need light speed. You cannot travel at the speed of light within the Earth's atmosphere. You would destroy the Earth. That's why the Starship Enterprise can't go to warp speed until it's away from
Maybe
the
that's why they
planet.
go up.
Okay. No.
I love messing with
Okay.
them.
I don't believe that extraterrestrials are visiting us. Number one, if you can do that, we're uninteresting. We're about as interesting to a species that could do that as an ant is to us.
Unless we're food.
Now you're going into a completely different area here, that they're coming and culling us and taking us away.
Who knows?
I don't buy it. Okay, she buys it, I don't. There's agree, disagree.
I
I
just say
don't
who
buy
knows?
that. Okay, who knows about anything?
That's true.
You know, that negates this discussion and all discussions.
But how
we don't know.
Okay, going with that theory, how can anyone say they don't know there's life on another planet?
Oh, no. I'm not saying there's not life on another planet.
No, you're not.
I am saying that there's probably with all the planets and all the solar systems and all the galaxies within the universe, it would be pretty sad if we were it.
Yeah, right.
Especially
now.
Could it be that that we just hit the lottery and nobody else did? No other planet did? No. Sure, it's possible.
No way.
Sure, I mean, it's possible. I'm saying it's possible. Okay? You can't say no way. It's possible. Is it also possible that the universe is flooded with life? Sure. I mean, it's actually probable. But when you get into that, you have to define life. Do we define life as this? Perhaps there's life that is so far beyond our understanding of life that, it would just blow our minds.
Like they're an essence?
Right. It could be, you've seen all the movies, okay? Most of the time, when they present an alien, Close Encounters did it, E.T. did it.
Fourth Kind.
When you see an alien most of the time in those movies, what do you see? You see a head, you see arms, maybe you see hands with 2 or 3 fingers, but they're there. You see legs. Every one of them has it. That is basing an alien description off of the only thing we have to go by. Some of the movies don't do that. Some of them go way out on the limb.
Like Predator?
No.
Alien?
No. Alien is the same thing.
Well, that's true. They
head,
do
arms,
tails,
a tail, legs.
Teeth.
It's all there.
Teeth.
It's all there. I'm
the
talking
blob.
about... yeah. The blob.
The blob.
Okay. That's the easiest one. The blob.
Yeah.
It's a gelatinous...
The Killer Tomatoes.
Well, that's ridiculous. That's absurd.
Killer Tomatoes from outer space.
Arrival.
Oh, yeah, Arrival. They had...
No.
Well, they had tentacles.
But they weren't anything, really. They were this thing that tentacles came off of, and that's what they used to communicate with.
Yeah. Awesome movie. Awesome.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, awesome.
But most of the science fiction movies, when they deal with aliens, you have a very basic form. Head, arms, legs, body. Sometimes the body is small, the neck is big, the head is small. Sometimes the head is big, the eyes are big, the body is small. But they're all there. A head, a body, arms, and legs. They're all there.
So if there are aliens, who do you think they are?
In my opinion, if, and this is another big if we actually are being visited, I think it's ourselves in the future, and the far distant future. We have figured out time travel, and they come back for reasons unknown, maybe to try to repopulate, maybe to try to figure out where everything went to hell. Maybe they just want some cows, because they do steal cows. But I think that it's probably ourselves. If you could go back in time, okay, any point in time, and come back, okay, wouldn't you love to actually go back and see if what we know is true?
Or change something that really...
No, I'm talking about go back, can't affect it.
Oh.
Only for informational purposes, can't affect it.
Oh, that sucks.
No, can't affect it. You can't change it. Because you wouldn't change it in your timeline. Everybody says, oh, if I go back in time, I'd kill Hitler before he became. That's great. And in that timeline, because I don't think you go back. I think time goes like this. It's a graph. And what you do is you go sideways. You go this way. So you're at this point, and in this timeline, it's 1938 still. Okay, so you go to 1938. You kill Hitler. In this timeline, no World War III. But in your timeline, yeah, it still happened. So what I'm saying is you can't change your past. Okay, the past that you live, the timeline you live on, can't be altered.
I'd want to go to the future. I wouldn't want to go to the hit back, not the past.
If you were, it's
Past
harder.
happened. Past already happened. I don't care about that. I didn't care about history.
But you got to understand something. And what I'm saying is, if it is graphical and you're here and up here it's 1938, down here it's 3654. Okay. You still can't affect anything.
Right, but at least I can go forward and see what it's going to be like, and then come back.
You can see what it's going to be like here.
Right.
But you don't know if it's going to be like that here.
Oh, because it hasn't happened yet.
All timelines run differently.
Okay, I got you.
So it's possible you go back to 1938 and there is no Hitler. Or he's still a painter and has no aspirations of politics. He's a different person. Okay? Will you find you? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows if your parents ever got together in this timeline?
Who knows whether my alien DNA...
So we are stuck on this timeline as far as our existence goes. If you go back and you can find out, you go forward and see what happens in this area. Okay? All you would be doing if you went back and killed the Hitler and the Hitler was bad is you would save that timeline from World War III.
If he was bad there.
If he was bad there. Okay. You wouldn't affect yours. Yours, you don't go backwards, is what I'm saying. You don't go back and forth. Back in time is just an easy way to say it. I think you go, because I think time is linear.
Then how do you come back to your exact timeline? If
you figured that out. If you figured out how to go here, you'd figure out how to go here. So you'd figure out how to go here, you'd figure out how to get back to yours.
Back to your exact same spot.
Back to your exact same spot, right.
Yeah, but meanwhile, things have already happened.
No, you'd go back to right when you left. No time would have passed. You would go back to the same spot which you left in. It would be like, okay, I'm going to go check out 1938. And you'd go, okay. And you'd turn around and go, wait a minute. And I'd be gone, then all of a sudden I'd be back. No time has passed in my timeline yet. Those are opinions. Who knows? I could be talking out my butthole. But I think that that's probably, who would be interesting to? A species that has conquered interstellar travel? If they have the technology to travel faster or at the speed of light, their technology is so far ahead of us, that we would be uninteresting. We'd be boring. Now, yeah, unless they were conquerors. And they're flying around, conquering every planet they come in contact with.
Like Independence Day.
Right. But again...
They didn't have feet.
I look at that. They did.
They were like alien. I mean, they were like tentacles.
They had those tentacles, but they had a head.
Yeah.
Okay. And they had feet. They were just kind of reversed.
Oh,
they were almost like birds.
And they wanted to destroy us.
Instead of their knees going like this, they went like this.
Kind of like in The Arrival of with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. They were backwards.
Instead of what's her name?
Right, but those aliens could assume our form.
Yeah.
That's a whole different ball of wax right there.
Versus the hexaploids or whatever they're called.
You have the aliens who, like you said, you take Star Trek, for instance, the Q. Essentially, to us, the Q was God. There wasn't anything he couldn't do.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Q?
I didn't really watch Star Trek. I watched a couple episodes here and there.
But you never saw the Q. You never saw John DeLance's Q.
Well, yeah, but like I said, I never really paid attention to it.
He could. There was no. There was essentially
I was a Star
nothing
Wars
he could
fan.
do.
My mom was a Star Trek. I was the Star Wars fan.
Well, there wasn't the equivalent in Star Wars, really. The Emperor's use of the Force was the Force in Star Wars. The Force was limited in what you could do. Yeah, you could make things happen and point at something and then fly away, and you could do things like that. But you couldn't go like this. And okay,
like Thanos.
Supernatural. Let's go to Supernatural.
Before the 12th season, right?
Okay, but Chuck.
He was before the 12th season.
Okay, any of them, any of the demons, even the angels.
I don't like it after 12th season.
Okay, that's because you don't agree with how they represented it.
No, I didn't like. I stopped liking it when Dean and Sam.
You stopped liking it when they quit the Monster of the Week.
Kinda.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of fans liked. Anyway, that's my opinion on do we have aliens. Now, have we captured a ship that perhaps came back here, which is ourselves, crashed? They need to speak to wherever they bought the ship from. Hey, my warranty expired, my ship crashed on the, way back when. If we have them, okay, that would be one of the main reasons that governments, and I say governments, not just ours, governments would not want their people to know about it. Because number one, they could work on reverse engineering their technology. Okay? Think of everything that has happened in the last 30 years technology-wise. It's exploded. Absolutely exploded. Faster than it should have. Way faster than it should have. For 400, maybe even 500 years, our technology went very slow. Little by little. And then all of a sudden, we hit a point where our technology just took off. 15 years ago, this was a dream.
Yeah.
A dream.
We had calculators we were carrying
calculators.
around.
They had flip phones. Okay. You could make a call. Maybe send a text.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Remember that?
15 years ago. This has more computing power in it than the best computers of 15 years ago. This little thing right here. And those computers were big. We all had them. 15 years ago, we were on the internet. 30 years ago, there was no internet. You want to know something, you got to go to the library. All
Britannica.
these things have happened so fast. Every year they come out with a new iPhone that's got new technology in it. Every year. If that's the case, they could just make the best iPhone possible ever and sell it. But they wouldn't be able to do it every year. And every year, people line up down the street for these things.
Except me.
Yes.
I used to say one for 10,
a lot of us
years.
don't,
Yeah.
no biggie. We don't go in for the new tech, but technology has accelerated at what I consider to be an almost unsafe rate of speed. It took 4 years, only 4 years, after fission was discovered to turn it into a bomb. Only 4 years.
I thought you were talking about fishing for a minute.
No,
I was going to
fishing.
say, what's fishing got to do
The
with it?
Germans discovered fission. It took 4 years from that point for a bomb. That's quick. And that's very quick. The Russians, the only reason they got theirs is because they took it from us. They had spies in Los Alamos.
Everybody's got spies.
Everybody's got spies. That's what I don't like. This, they're going to take away national secrets. In fact, national secrets, my ass. Nobody's got national secrets. There are no secrets. A 12-year-old who is knowledgeable about physics, if you give him the materials, he can build an atomic bomb. When I was 12 years old,
Scary thought.
I didn't know, I couldn't do algebra. I mean, really? I think technology, there's nothing that can be done about it now. It's too late. You know, Pandora's box is open and she's gone. Okay, technology is moving too fast. So I think that that's what happens. If they have something, it's us from the future. And they know what that future might hold.
Now, wouldn't they know certain things that happen and they could maybe warn us?
Like, remember what I said. Okay? Maybe, here we are on that line. They're way up here.
Right.
Okay? They've come to here, okay, to see what went wrong. Perhaps they've lost their history. That's why I said, if you could go back in time to see the pyramids being built, because of all the controversy on how the pyramids were built.
Aliens.
Wouldn't you love to see, are they right that they really were able to do it with manpower? Would you like to see how Stonehenge was put together? Why Stonehenge was put together? I'm going to step on some toes here. I apologize. I mean nothing by it. Okay? Wouldn't you love to go see if somebody really did feed a multitude with one fish and a loaf of bread and turned water into wine? Would you love to go see it? Yes. A lot of people will say no because I have faith, and that's fine. That's what faith and belief is. Okay, I have no problem with it. Faith is the belief in something that cannot be extrapolated and proven beyond a reasonable doubt. And that's exactly what faith is supposed to be. It's supposed to be. You're supposed to believe without proof. That's the whole deal behind that. But that's for another video. This is aliens. So I don't believe that we are visited by extraterrestrials from planet Gorspot. Okay? I think that if they are here, or if we have any, okay, I think it's us from the future. I think we came back to see, maybe we came back to see what's wrong. Maybe they've lost their history. It's just, at a certain point, there's no history. They know that mankind, that they existed, maybe because they dug up bones or anything like that, or they found the Statue of Liberty buried up to its neck in sand. Who knows? Who knows what happened? They want to find out. And yeah, maybe they've come back
to reproduce?
No, to warn us. To say, don't do these things. Okay? And let me tell you something. If those things not to do don't agree with the governments of the world's view on what to do, they will suppress it.
Yeah.
Okay? They will not want to say, okay, this is alien Zykrot from the 61st century. Because don't forget, this planet is doomed. I don't care what anybody says, this planet is doomed, eventually. Okay? It's got probably 3 billion years left before the sun eats it. About that. We better be long gone out of here. And people are complaining, well, why are we, exploring Mars? Mainly because when the sun blows up, and by that I mean expands, I don't mean goes kaboom. It can't go kaboom. It's not big enough. Expands, we are right now in, I know everybody's heard about it, the Goldilocks zone.
Never heard of it.
The Goldilocks zone is a zone in the solar system, every solar system has one, where it's a narrow band where any planet within that band can support life. It gets the right amount of heat, the right amount of energy to support life, should certain things come to fruition. Okay? Mars is just outside that right now. Venus is toast. Okay? Mars is just outside it. When the sun expands, guess what's going to be in the Goldilocks zone? Mars. That's why we're looking at that. I think. And I hope we're not spending a bunch of money to go explore Mars just to see if there's oil there or gold.
Or collect rocks.
Yeah, there's got to be a reason. And that's why we quit going to the moon. The moon's a big rock.
Who pays for all those trips?
You and me.
That's what I thought.
Who pays for anything in this country? Who pays for anything? You and me.
You mean who pays for anything in the world? Normally it's us.
There are some countries not many, and they're very small, but there are some countries who are able to, and that's because they're small countries and they don't have huge populations. Okay, they're not third world countries. They're modern countries. They have cars, they have internet, they have computers, they have all these things. But they don't participate really in the world. They're small enough to be isolationist countries, and they take care of their own.
Where's that? Let's move there.
They're not accepting applications from what I understand. But anyway, that's what I feel is UFO/aliens. And not really aliens. They're us. Just extremely advanced. Now, they may also be coming back to here to let us know that if we don't rein it in, we're not going to survive to get to that point.
How would they know? How would they know?
How would they know what?
That we wouldn't be able to survive to get to that point.
How would they know we wouldn't be able to survive?
Mm-hmm.
Because they've come back and watched us. They've watched us build atomic bombs. They've watched us stockpile nuclear weapons. They've watched the hate in this world. They've seen it. And they've said, you can't do it. We got there because we eventually hit a wall where we realized we can't do that. We will destroy ourselves as a species.
Where we realize that everybody is created the same way and there's no reason for all the hate.
There's no reason. There is no reason.
We all
for
bleed
hate.
blood. We all have
red.
bones.
We are all different colors. Now, this is another topic for another down the road. We're different colors, in my opinion, because once what was us, the primate that we evolved from, once it left Africa, okay, some stayed in Africa, some went north, some just migrated out. Those that stayed in Africa, their skin became dark. When the primate lost its hair, it was exposed to the sun. What happens when you're exposed to the sun? You get a suntan. What happens over millions of years when you're constantly exposed to the sun? Your skin turns dark. What happens when you move to the northern climates where the sun isn't so prominent? Your skin becomes light.
What's that got to do with aliens?
Okay? Huh?
What's that got to do with aliens?
Nothing. But I'm saying, the hate.
Oh. I was going to say,
now,
off topic?
it's very possible that the aliens of us will look all the same. Evolution is a byproduct of necessity. Okay, not necessarily. Well, when we evolve, the next set of evolution for man will come out of necessity. It always has. It was necessary for us to shed the hair. But some of us are very hairy still. Okay? Not like any kind of primate, but some of us are extremely hairy.
I don't know. I've seen some men with some hairy backs now. They look like they...
That's what I'm saying. There are some hairy people out there. And the funny thing is, a large majority of the hairy people are bald. It's not on top of their head. It's all over their body, their backs, their arms, their legs, their hooga, their chest. But they're going bald or are bald.
Huh.
Why that is, I have no clue. But that's our thing. That's my opinion on UFOs and aliens. That's what I think. Now, I could be as wrong as rain. I know it's as white as rain, but I don't like that one. Because rain's not right. I don't like it anyway. I could be wrong. You could be wrong. Maybe, and like I said, the possibility, the slim, tiniest possibility is there that throughout the entire universe, this planet got lucky.
Then how do you explain?
And we're it.
How do you explain my 3 atoms?
Genetics.
Nobody else in my family has 3
Nobody else in
atoms.
your family that you know. You go back 300 years, you have no idea.
You and
I don't
both-
either.
You and I both know I have alien DNA. He knows it.
No, you're not alien. You're from the future. I know it. You're from the future. You come to.
Is that how I'm able to?
That's right. Yeah, that's up. And when I'm sleeping, you disappear. I know it. But anyway, that's our agree and disagree for this week, or for this episode.
So you can agree,
or you can disagree. You can discuss it down in the comments. Keep them clean. Keep them civil.
or you can agree to disagree.
You know, you can call us nuts if you want to. That's fine. But if you get carried away with it and call us effing this and effing this and effing that, your comments going bye-bye.
I'll delete it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's not necessary.
No.
It is.
I don't care who you are.
I don't care if you're a friend or a foe. Just, this is, I mean, there's theories that we may not really exist. That this is all just a dream.
Whose dream?
That's the question. Whose dream?
There's also a theory that we're stuck in an alien spaceship and we're all dreaming this because we're all connected.
This is we're all connected.
The Matrix.
There are theories that this is a zoo.
Or we have a lot of good freedom in the zoo.
Yeah, sure. But it's a zoo. Maybe the aliens who have this zoo are, hundreds and hundreds of miles tall and so huge that the world is about this big to them. And it's a zoo, and they have this zoo over here.
So would they see us through magnifying glasses?
Oh, no, they probably shrink themselves down and visit us and look around. And,
That's how come the spaceships come in.
Who knows? Really, who knows? That's just my opinion. Okay? It's not right. It's not wrong. It's just my opinion. Maybe it is right. Maybe it's, like I said, wrong as rain. Who knows?
Never know.
It explains a few things, but it opens up more questions than it answers, as most of them do. So for this week, we welcome your comments. Like I said, keep them clean. You can call us whatever. You're not going to hurt us. We're adults. We can take it.
Sticks and stones may break our bones, but names will
get,
never hurt us.
Don't start with the effing this and effing that. And, you guys ought to be locked up. And, come on.
It'll make me giggle while I'm deleting it.
She'll say, oh, you got to read this one. And I'll come in and I'll just shake my head and say you need psychiatric help.
Social justice warriors really crack me up.
Oh, yeah. Social justice
SJWs.
I have no idea what they're fighting. Anyway.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you get a notification every time we get another one out there.
Mm-hmm.
And in the comments, if you want us to discuss a certain topic,
just
let us know.
Let us know. Throw a topic out there. If we see that it's a good one, we'll throw it around. We'll throw it back and forth, especially if we have differing views on it. Some things we have the exact same view on. And there's no reason to make a video on it because it's, what good is that?
Yeah.
Oh, I agree. 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 We agree completely on this topic.
Kind of like the screaming banshee at that store.
But this one, we did have differing opinions. And we let you know.
And we agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree.
And move on.
That's right. So, good night. Go Guardians. I can't stand the name Guardians.
Who the hell's Guardians?
Used to be the Cleveland Indians.
Oh,
And then all the Native Americans were up in arms, and they had to change the name. And I was like, oh, come on. Why are the Atlanta Braves still allowed to be? And the Washington Redskins, they had to change their name.
Yeah.
Cleveland Indians, they had to change their name. But the Atlanta Braves, no, they can keep it.
So fucking
The
stupid.
only thing they can't do is a tomahawk chop, because that's bad. This world, I'm going to be 65 next year if I make it, if any of us make it with the way things are going. And I'm on the tail end of my life.
Oh, I never wrote a hurry up and come.
God.
Just take us out.
All right, I'm done.
Take us out. And that's it.
And that's all there is for this one. We hope you enjoyed it. Now we hope you come back and see, what else we agree or disagree.
We're planning on doing one a week.
Mm-hmm.
So, who knows what next week is going to bring?
That's why she said, Lisa said, put your things down there. If we see something, yeah, we'll take it. I mean, we pretty much know where we're going to go for the first few of these. But throw something out there.
And it's not scripted, as you can tell.
No, I don't script. That's, I'm not a paid actor. We're not monetized.
No.
So we can pretty much say whatever the hell we want to.
Yeah.
Okay?
We'll be at the bottom of the feed, but we'll still say it.
We'll still say it. That's fine.
But anyway, this has been Lisa.
And I'm Sam.
And see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.